What's going on, YouTube fam, Instagram fam, all of you guys? Ruben back with another video here in sunny California. It's been a while since I made a video, since I made this cross-country move. I just wanted to provide y'all with something around this book that I'm reading today, To Be a Man. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll have a whole highlights on books that I'm going to be reading that are profound and kind of change your thinking in a sense, right? I just started it, so I'm literally only on chapter 2, and he talks about navigational pointers, and something came up for me when I was reading that, and it came to the part where he talks about empathy. So in this chapter, I was reading it and it made me think about myself, and it made me think about what is going on in my current life. So obviously I speak in the I because this is my experience and what I know, and hopefully what I think about can support you in your journey when you watch these videos. So I was reading about empathy, and it resonated with me because I've always thought of myself as someone being extremely empathetic. Then when I was reading this, I started thinking of myself in that way and saying, like, wait, am I actually empathetic? Like, how empathetic am I? And I started going through like different places, whether that's my day job, my relationship, times with family, like all these things, and it's like, can I really put myself in someone else's shoes? And my inner intuition told me, like, no, not all the time. Most of the time you probably do not put yourself in those shoes, because to be too empathetic, and this is the conversation I was having with Karina, my partner, and she was saying, like, being too much on either side, it's really bad. You're too empathetic, you cry for pretty much everything, you feel too much, it can kind of bring you to a bad place where you feel weak and you just don't have the capacity to help somebody because you're just stuck in one way, versus being the other side of not empathetic, meaning you just don't care about people. So I was having this disparity on that. So when it came to reading the book and just understanding empathy, something came up for me. So let me just share with you guys what that is. So empathy cuts through our isolation, generating a network of interconnections. Empathy brings our heart out of the code. Empathy makes compassion possible. But empathy also needs an empathetic boundary, meaning an on-tap capacity to not get overly absorbed in or identify with others' emotional states. Standing back just far enough to keep them in clear distance, resonating with what they are feeling without losing ourselves in it. Being empathetic doesn't mean putting up with bullshit just because we feel that others are feeling, but it does make it very difficult to dehumanize them, regardless of how strong we stand we might need to take with them. So something that came up that I actually heard one of my students that I currently manage at my day job, he mentioned this. He's like, a lot of people think that, the Bible says, I believe the Bible says this, the Christian Bible, and it says that treat others the way you want to be treated. But on the other hand, nowadays that has completely shifted. We're in a new age where it's like some people just don't want to be treated the way you want to be treated. They want to be treated differently. So it's like, he said, treat people the way they want to be treated. I thought that was a powerful remark, although obviously that takes time. You need to understand somebody. So in the beginning stages of a relationship, it's good to treat them as you would want to be treated, and then you learn as you get to know them how they want to be treated and make that shift. Because life is constant. It's constantly changing. It's constantly moving. As y'all may know from watching my videos, that I'm never about being stagnant. I'm never about being completely comfortable. It's like you need a little bit of uncomfortableness in order to grow and become a better human in life. And that's why I'm reading this book, because at the end of the day, what does it mean to be a man? I identify myself as a man, and I think ladies can read this too if you're watching this, because then you can have a better understanding of what it is to be a man in today's society. As things are changing and shifting, and we need to remove certain people in power who are in this dark side or shadow side of masculinity. We need to bring them into the light. So that's something that I try to think of. But to be more empathetic, is definitely something that I strive to, and I hope you do too. And in this video, I hope you understand that it needs to be a balance in between, and that's kind of what I want to talk about in that video, and to understand others, but making sure that you respect them and how they want to be treated. So with that, please share in the comments what's your take on empathy. How do you show up every day? How are you empathetic to the people you love? How are you empathetic to the people you don't know, whether that's the homeless person on a train or anything along those lines? Just share with us here in the comments below. I hope to come out with more and more videos in the coming weeks. I'm still figuring out a schedule on how to make time for these things as I'm getting comfortable living in a new place. So I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment below, like this video, share. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. It'd be greatly appreciated to share more and more of these videos. And I'll hopefully see y'all next week. Enjoy and much love. Peace.